Yo, everybody. Welcome. This is the 31st episode of the Streamer's Paradise podcast. I'm Hazy. This is Clutch. We got Bo.
What?
And Munchie! Let's go! Munchie's in the house for the 31st episode of the podcast. And for the meetup tomorrow, we are so excited. So excited. So how was your flight? Yeah, was it good? Good? Yeah, good. Good. Not gonna lie, what?
I was gonna say, I didn't find out about the special guest till Dingo announced it.
That's crazy, bro.
It's like a big secret, apparently.
It was a giant
because this shit
secret.
is long as hair. I just actually got gel in my hair for the first time.
Tomorrow we are going to Six Flags in New Jersey. Who's gonna be there? Who's gonna be there? Who's gonna be there? Talk to me. Who's gonna be there?
You know that. Me and Maj, we in there for sure.
I'm not gonna be there. Don't make that face, Hazy.
Yeah.
Got too much shit going on.
Yeah.
I would be there. I got too much shit going on.
Who's gonna be there? Say that you're gonna be there in the chat. If you're gonna be here, please let us know that you're coming. Who to expect? Because I think there are people that we're not entirely positive of. A bunch of us have bought tickets already that are definitely going. Who was like up in the air? Wasn't sure if they were coming, but they are definitely coming. Does anybody know? I think Persephone was on the fence for a minute. Wasn't sure if she was coming. Oh, she's not coming. Okay. Persephone was gonna come. Oh no! We're going to Six Flags in New Jersey. And Munchie flew all the way from Texas. And she's with Clutch right now, right? For the meetup tomorrow. She flew in from Texas, dude. Shit is legit.
That's true love right there. Like, she said she was willing to fly. Like, listen, she got the whole room to herself. She's gonna have a good time. We wanna have a good time this weekend. It's gonna be awesome.
Fucking Bo. Fuck you.
Yeah, what if I could, man?
Doesn't seem like you're trying very hard.
Bro, I got 3 kids.
So, leave him
My life
somewhere.
is a
Leave him
little
at
different.
leave him at the grandparents' house for a day.
Leave them at the gate. I got work, and I actually got family shit. We got to go on the way
you
party.
gotta
My
cancel it.
cousin's going to Guam.
Just for that one day.
Cancel work?
All of it. It's necessary. Send them to Walmart.
Sounds cool. Yeah, I'd love to just set up in the backyard. And no, I don't have my hair is actually kind of long. I just put gel in it today because I had to do some presentation for work, and then I found out that this is going on the freaking. I'm glad I did my hair because I found out it's going on the Works Learn website for all the new hires to training.
So you're gonna be in one of those movies that they show for the next 30 years?
Yeah, hopefully it's just for the next year, and they go, this one came out like shit, and they get rid of it because that shit is not good.
So it's not a billboard anymore.
I couldn't use it. Yeah, I'm on the billboards anymore.
So you don't sell houses at all?
No, I do it part time, but in order for me to have those, I actually have to hit certain numbers, which I'm not going to hit part time.
Yeah.
Especially if I take days off to go to Six Flags.
Burn.
So, and I know Yanni wants to take a look at this.
Look at that shirt. That shit looks nice, man. It really does.
I love this material.
I'm wearing the jersey tomorrow.
That shit is dope, man. It really is. That's a nice shirt. Just saying, me and Yanni spent weeks making those fucking designs.
These shirts are actually, never mind the designs, right? The quality. I like this jersey quality.
Oh, I'm sorry. Chi was there with us. I apologize. I didn't mean to forget you, my love. You are the
Apparently,
most
Chi's not going to Six Flags
You
either.
are the most important part of this place. I did not mean to. Without you, I'd be lost. She was just yelling at us the whole time. Fix it. Oh, she made us redo the store once too because it wasn't in order. I'd be lost without her for sure.
But yeah, so
That looks
I like this
ugly.
material. Oh.
Yeah, but we need that, right? You need that when you're making clothing. Right?
You're making anything.
Anything.
You need someone to be honest. Anything. You're doing anything. So you need somebody that's there that's going to tell you the truth.
Yes, exactly. You need that honesty because without it, it's like, what are you gonna do? You know.
Bro,
We all got merch on. All got different shirts on. Munchie's got a Halloween shirt on. She's got the Witch Please one. He's got the 1 year. I got the Streamers Paradise, Stranger Things. And Bo's got the OG. That's the OG one, right? Or is that the? That's the fucking Sapphire.
this is
one.
not the OG one. It's the Sapphire.
Yeah, it's
Sapphire.
the Sapphire one.
Yeah, there you go.
Sorry, I had to go ask my wife. If it's not my kid, I got my kid to be quiet, and I got my wife slamming the door behind me.
Yo, I am so fucking excited for tomorrow. I cannot wait. Like, I really
was
can't.
about
It's going to be so much fucking work driving down there and fucking dealing with the dogs and shit all day, but it's going to be worth it. It's going to be worth
Wait, you're
it.
bringing the dogs with you?
No,
100%.
just like having to
Oh,
set
okay.
it up. Like we have to leave later specifically because my anybody that's in my area too is going to be in Jersey for something else, right? Like another
Jersey's the
friend
hotspot,
group
man.
baby shower thing. So it's like, I don't know, man. It's fucked up. It's fucked up. So it just happened to land on the same day. So we're gonna have to leave a little bit later in order to stay longer. You know what I mean? Because if we were to leave in the early daytime, we would have to be
Yeah, to
back.
get home for the dog, right?
Yeah, we'd have to get back to them to feed them, you know, or clean their stuff up. What you laughing at? What happened?
Yeah, what was going on over there?
We can blame Munchie. So does the 21st. The 21st. Ah! Yes, let's go. The 21st. He wrote. Did you read it or no? Did you catch it as you tried to read it? Is that what happened? You were like,
Funny that like, everything is just kind of winged. The announcements, it's like you type it up once. All right, yeah, just throw it out there.
21st. So Yanni, Sour Diesel just sent me his T-shirt. I'll send it to you.
Yeah, happy birthday, JF. That is today, right? And not a week behind or a week ahead.
Dude, I'm excited to see. Honestly, I've met everybody that's gonna be there that I know of so far. I don't think anybody's gonna be there that I haven't met, unless Reaper shows up, and I don't know if he's showing up. Unless Indecent shows up, I don't know if Indecent's gonna show up. I'd love to meet Indecent. I'd love to meet everybody.
I want to let everybody know we're gonna go live on TikTok.
Oh,
So once we meet up for everybody, we probably do it like around 4-ish, you know, right when the haunted part start and shit. Yeah, we should definitely go live. Everybody chat it up with us, you know, have a good time together.
so I was thinking Splice will probably bring the cameras, like the GoPros and stuff again. We can do some filming for another vlog, right? That's gonna be great. We're gonna have another vlog, almost a year apart from each other, which is even crazier. Did we meet up before we did the first episode of the podcast, or did we do the podcast and then meet up? What happened like that? Because it was the 21st
had
of
the
November, right?
podcast first, like one or two episodes.
It was
'Cause
November
I think we were
21st?
talking about it.
We released the video, didn't we? Didn't we release the video of the vlog?
On the podcast. And
Maybe we released it
first
on
one?
the. Yeah.
No, because that would have been the first episode, and we did 2 hours of talking about how we all started this place. And honestly, we need to do another one of those because there's so many people here that don't know. You know what I mean? There's so many people here that, yeah, we can direct them to go see the new one, but we should probably talk about the journey up to this point. You know what I mean?
Yo.
Like a legit.
Yeah, not only that, but That was our first podcast, bro. Imagine if we like redid it, how much better it would be. We got like a year's worth of experience doing this now.
It's true. There is a little bit more. It's a different feeling now than there was then. I'm much more composed, much more knowledgeable of the different things that I'm going to be talking about. But that leads me into what we were talking about last week too with the Dahmer stuff, right? Did you guys watch any more of it or anything? You finished it? I can't hear you.
You can't hear me? Oh,
I can sometimes.
It's because he's trying to put the mic close to Munch. I need your mic so I can cut this one out of it.
Yeah,
so what'd you say?
it.
You finished it? So
Yeah,
what were your thoughts on it? Because we never got to end. We spoke about Dahmer last time and the hour was gone, right? So we spent 10 minutes so far talking about how we're going to meet up tomorrow and see, and we're going to meet Munch. Munch is the only new person, right? That's what we were talking about. I want to get into the Dahmer thing, but I don't want to brush over this. Is it only Munchie that's going to be the new, like, that we haven't met? If Bo comes, he would be new to a bunch of people. But he's not coming. So is it just Munch?
Yeah, I got like too much shit to do. I can't even try to swing it.
I'm fine with it if it is, because it's going to be fucking like family in there. That shit's going to be fucking... Yo, the last couple of times that we've been together, especially the last time, right? The last time that we were at the mall, I felt like we were just in Discord together. Like it was so natural, right? It was so natural. It was just like, what's good? You know? Like, we are fucking friends in real life. Like, this is all in real life, for sure. My real life is totally this place, and now I'm seeing you more and more.
Since you say that, it's kind of weird when people go, like in real life. Like,
it is real.
Bro, do you not game every day? Like, is this not real life? Like, is this some made-up stuff? Like, it's just weird when people say that.
Welcome in, Weedy. Thanks for stopping in. This is the 31st episode of the podcast. Reaper and I are going to try to make it, but we both have things going on, and we're not sure if we can swing it. Indecent, did you hear me say your name and Reaper's name? Because I want you guys to be there. I really would love to meet you both. COD Lady, what's good? JF and Dingo stayed up for this podcast because Munchie's on it.
Just for Munch.
Yeah, I see how it is. Just for
Munchie.
That's messed up.
Munchie, are you excited on a scale of 1 to 10 to meet everybody? Like, how excited are you?
Like 100.
100. Your heart's racing, right? Like, you've traveled across the world, across America, to meet these people that you have been in contact with over the internet for the last... It's been a long time. How long has it been? It's been since April of 2021, right?
17 months.
So April of 2021. So it's been
year and a half.
Yeah. It's about time, right? And this is exciting. I'm so excited. Like, it's gonna be a fucking damn good time to see everybody at Six Flags and just chill. And oh man, I'm ready. I am so ready.
I'm actually kind of jealous. I'm not able to make it.
I really hope, Indecent, you should be, Dingo, but I was jealous of you guys meeting up there too, though. Like, and having a night out at in London. Like, you and JF go out and have a bender together. We fucking go to the mall. So it's like,
right?
You know what I mean? Like, we go to the mall. You guys go out and have a fucking bender.
Man.
He could have been to the first.
I'm too old for that.
He could have made it to the first one, but she bailed on us, P.
Easy.
Damn it, P. I can't say anything. I bailed on both.
Yanni bailed on us on the
I bailed.
first one.
Oh,
See,
yeah.
what had happened was you was like, yo, I don't really know these people that well, and I ain't fucking going. That's probably what it was, but anyway, I'm ready to fucking do this shit tomorrow.
She sounds like she watches Unsolved Crimes just a little too much. Bunch of random people meet at the mall. Nope, not happening.
It's gonna be fun to walk through the scary shit and see everybody get scared. Like everybody's reactions, everybody's different reactions gonna be fucking hilarious. Hopefully they let us record in there. I mean, I don't know if they're
I
gonna.
don't think so.
Why? How can they stop you? Everybody's got a phone.
A couple things to it, right? I think when you go in the actual attractions, they tell you not to put your phone out. Although people do it, but they'll tell you in there while you're going through it. I think I remember that last time when we was playing Yanni. However, when you're walking through the park, there's also people trying to scare you while you're walking through the park. So those moments you could record and shit, you know?
Splice.
If Splice brings the GoPro and just straps it around his chest, they might not even notice it.
I have GoPros and mounts. That's what I'm saying. They're not even gonna know. So it's like we gotta make sure we get a lot of footage this time with people. Like, and let's try and be dope with it too. Like we can even film. We have an annual meetup for SP. I would say that we just meet all year round now. Like we just meet up all year round. We just made a surprise meetup recently just to go meet Anan and Emphysema. Anan flew in from Florida and she was in the area, and we came together to go check her out. And we had a day at Palisades Mall with her and Emphysema, which was a blast, right? It was a blast. We had so much fun doing that shit.
Fucking escape room. We
Hell
could have
yeah.
had the record.
We
Next
could
time
have,
we got it.
but the thing is that we were playing around a bit too. Like I didn't even know that there was a record to beat until like halfway through. But you know what I mean? But it was like
And
fucking.
the end fucked up too. Like the screen actually like wasn't working on our side, so like they kind of gypped us off in a way. But it's alright. It's alright. We'll talk about it next time.
We've been to the Palisades Mall twice. They've done Six Flags twice. They did Europe did 2 different meetups now.
At bars.
At bars and shit, yeah.
Doing bar crawls.
And now we got the next meetup tomorrow at Six Flags. Fright Fest with everybody.
Yo, it's not like a real family. It really is a family. It's facts, bro.
is.
It's not like a family. It is. We have, plus the random meetups and shit. Like, Yanni just fucking showed up at my house one of these recent days, like his birthday, right around his birthday, I think, right? Was it around Yanni's birthday? No.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
It was your birthday.
It was my birthday, right? It was my birthday. Fuck. What am I thinking? But yeah, so many just fucking. I don't know, man. It's this place has grown into something that I would have never imagined. It is insane, man. This is what we've all been trying. Like when we think back the years that we've been doing this, I've said this over and over again, but when we think back the years that we've been doing this is what we wanted, right? We wanted what we have. I'll never be satisfied until we're fucking famous and making money. Everybody's making money, you know?
Well, just got like a big game house we just all
Yeah,
frequent.
bro, a giant warehouse. Everybody's got their own fucking house inside the warehouse. Like, that would be the most ideal situation. Or a giant compound where there's different houses on huge property. But, like, we can make it happen,
That'd be
man.
gangster as
We
fuck.
can make it happen if we are unified in these goals, man. We have to make Streamers Paradise stuff pop. There's nothing about what we do that is attention to one person, right? But Streamers Paradise as a brand is where the focus should be, so that way we can uplift people, right? If we get those socials popping, we can pop people's. If we get 400,000 or 500,000 followers one day, right? If we post somebody onto that TikTok or that social, whatever, that exposure is. That's an expensive, like,
enormous. Yeah,
that's expensive, man. Like, people pay a lot
That
of money
is.
for
People
that.
pay for that. Yeah, people pay for
Right?
that.
And we're talking about doing it for free to the people here that give their energy. You know what I'm saying? It's I feel like what we do is insanely important. It is not done other places like we do it here. And I think that's why we've had such longevity, you know? I think that's why we've managed to stick around and kind of make it through a lot of the hard times that come along with having community, right? Because you grow, you lose, you gain, and you have ups and downs, you know? Like, it's up and down all the time. If I had it my way, right, everybody that's ever been in SP that has gotten support from the train would tab it up in the morning and, like, even if you don't talk on it, they would at least tab it up so that way they were showing the support to the people that are on there trying to do well for themselves as well. Like, even if you're not focused on using it, why not help the next person in SP? Like, we can be unified in this, and really help each other. And Bosh, you are 100% one of those people that do that. And I always see you. I always think about you. Let's see, who else is there? Go 40 Ramos is another one. Who else can you think of off the top of your head that's a top supporter and shit that never... Skull Baby's Playground right now. Loot Mama. Yep, Loot Mama's another one. These are people that are supportive of the brand, and they are out of control. Like a Siren's Lore. Yep, they're out of control with that with the support. It is so appreciated that I can't describe it in words eloquently. I just stutter, right? It's like these people are giant. I'm talking about people who don't sign up. You know what I mean? Specifically, right? So look,
support,
we got Hyper Bandit who
who
doesn't sign up. Skull Baby's Playground who doesn't sign up. Loot Mama who doesn't sign up. Go 40 Ramos that doesn't sign up. Those are fucking 4 people that are top supporters this week that don't sign up at all. Don't sign up at all. Which is, this is why we have... Kyle doesn't sign up anymore either. That's true. Drywall Kyle doesn't sign up anymore. I didn't even see that. My bad. Sorry, Kyle. I love you, brother. Yeah, so there's 5 people on there that don't even sign up at all. So they literally support the brand so that way other people can be in the recommended section, and they don't use it themselves. Aspen and Ghosty are totally fucking another couple. Yes, absolutely, Aspen and Ghosty. Absolutely. See, there's more. There's more people that I can name if I had their name in front of me. But there's... Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like hard to remember when you're trying to picture it, but when you see the name, it
pops right back.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then there's the people that do sign up, and there's nothing wrong with signing up. I'm not trying to say anything that there's bad about that, because signing up is part of this. Please sign up, support, sign up, use your VIP perks. That's what we want you to do. I am only saying that there are people who don't sign up at all and still support heavily. And then and then there are other people who sign up and they stop supporting at the minimum mark, right? Like they will sign up every 15 slots and they won't support any more. They won't support any less. They can't, It's like you have to have the minimum, and there are people that do the minimum always, right? Like they know it. So they're like almost waiting to turn the tab off. And that's an interesting feeling, right? Like when you think about that, what is that about, right? Do we know? We can't know, right? And is it even something that we should be like questioning? No. It's like we ask for this certain amount as a minimum, and they do that. So we don't have anything to say other than it's very obvious that the relationship is not based on love, but more what you can do for me and what I can do for you. That's more of what those people kind of represent.
Like a business deal.
Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with that either. But I am hoping that people will love what we do here and support that, because what we do, it's important, and what we do is free, right? We're not trying to fucking pull money out of the community. We want you to buy merch so we can give stuff away, but that's why, right?
Yeah, it's tough, but it's like, again, really, you can't pay for shirts to give away.
Content we did in the beginning over and over and over.
Yeah, pretty much.
Over and over and over.
But that's the thing, is it's like for because you did it out of your pocket, but you can't keep going on that way if you want to keep giving stuff out. Like if you want to keep giving stuff away, and you're not going to charge for the raid train. That would be the other option, right? Make people pay, and then you have money to do stuff. But that was never the goal.
No,
that was never the thought process.
No, never. And if you make something pay to play like that, it takes on a different life. Right? It becomes something else, and it's not about the community inside and their character.
Then
and,
it gives
like, who they are, right?
it gives people a reason to talk shit about us.
That too, yeah. That's another major fucking part. Because the truth is we have to create some form of monetary steady like gain, right? It's definitely not the merch shop. Because the merch shop, all that money is supposed to be going into the giveaways, right? Sometimes there are people on staff that donate money so that way we can save the money for the next month if there's not enough, right? It's like we have to sell a remarkable amount of t-shirts to give away the $120 a month that it is. You know what I mean? It's not, and mostly the people that buy t-shirts are the staff team, right? So it's like,
So if they're not donating the shirt, they're partially donating the shirt.
yeah, right, exactly. So it's a lot, man. It's a lot. We do a ton as the staff team here, trying to, promote the idea that together we can do a whole lot more than when we're on our own, and mean it.
But you know the saying, right? If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together.
Yeah, it's the truth.
This
We've just been gaining people as we've done this, right? Like, it doesn't happen 100 at a clip, but 2-3 people every couple months stick around, right? And that just builds.
Yeah.
You're consistently building that base, that foundation.
yeah, one day. Who knows? I can't say much because I'm not part of the foundation. I'm here.
You are well. I mean, if it wasn't for you tried to talk me out of making this place.
I wouldn't say I tried to talk you out
Yeah,
of
you
it.
did.
I just tried to put every fact in front of you. Every fact. I had a bad taste in my mouth from where we all came from.
Yeah. I mean, you always kept it real about it, though. That's why I always respect
This is
you.
what I'm trying to. I mean, look, not that, and it's not that I don't support it, right? It's just here's the facts, right? Like here's the facts and what to expect. But here's another one for you, Dingo. I got another one for you. I always plan for the best, but prepare for the worst. Put that one on the shirt.
Put that on this shit. Nah,
All right, so he said.
but at
That's
the
what they
same
said
time,
about the
right,
other one.
It's like, did we, like, personally, did we fulfill your expectations? Because it's
Well, no. Here's the thing: is like if I give you like my opinion, right? Because like he said, sometimes you need people to give you that honest feedback, right? So if I gave all of my opinions, this was before. Plus, this was before you were even here, man. I was telling him like, listen, after dealing with that place, I was like, listen, man, this is what to expect, and what you take it for what it is, and you work with it, right? So it gave him a bunch of knowledge. And I mean, yeah, he's definitely done more than I thought was ever going to come of this.
That's how I feel 100%. Because, like I said, the other places, I talked about doing like meetups and things like that in those other places, and it never went down. But over here, we're doing it on a consecutive basis, and now we got more genuine, real people. We got much. We are from Texas to be here, like first time to be with everybody here. That's like that shows.
That's big. I wonder, how many other.
More than I expected, way more than I expected.
How many other groups can say that somebody has done that?
Exactly.
But so here's the thing. Like here's the thing with a lot of those groups, because they don't last, because they start out kind of the way this started out, with the same similar goals, and then I think there's like a viewer threshold or something. I don't know what it is, but there's at some point I think the power, or like I don't want to say power because it's not much power, but like the fame or
There's a lot of attention.
like scene fame that like it gets to some people's heads, and then that's what starts to ruin things. Once they break a certain amount of viewers, it's like they start to think they're somebody else.
Yeah.
It's kind of like money, right? And then it's like, and that's what I think is a downfall to a lot of those groups. Like I said, here it was never about money. Where we all came from was about. It wasn't about money when it started, but it got to be about money. I think a lot was learned from that experience.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like I said, this has gone a lot farther than I thought it was going to in the beginning. Like I said, not that I was trying to talk you out of it. I was just trying to set you up for every possible bad outcome that I could think of.
Yeah, no, I get it. I mean, I was definitely appreciative after the fact, because I remember saying to you, like, yeah, I definitely did not know what I was getting into. You know what I mean? I had no clue. I did not know that when we opened the doors on January 21st or whatever, the 19th, whatever day it was, right? Because it was like both those days. We invited.
It was like a soft open, and then like
yeah,
an
that's
open
exactly
open.
what it was. It was like a soft open, and then first it was me and you kicking around there for a week, and then it was
Yeah,
the
just trying to get the
18th.
layout and stuff, like, and
Right. Then it was the
we brought a couple
18th.
people in, right?
Yep. Brought a few people in, and then the 21st, and then January 21st. Well, even earlier, it had to have been the 18th. January 18th, my life changed, and I did not know it. You know what I'm saying? Like, my life changed crazy, and I didn't know it.
Well, that's when you were still, you still had your day job.
Yeah.
Like, you were still like literally putting your job at risk almost every day.
No, I do. I
For
put it.
this.
I put it at risk to the point where I don't work there anymore. You know what I mean? Like fucking. So it's like, and I wouldn't have it any other way. You know what I mean? Yes, I put everything was secondary to Streamer's Paradise, especially the first 2 or 3 months. Me and Chi talk about it all the time. It's a blur. It's a fucking blur, man. Because I don't think that I did anything but. And I there was a lot of excitement at that time. We were very excited, right? Clutch was like half in, but fucking no what?
Excited with 20, no, I was excited with those 20 people raids, bro. Like that was the raid
Yeah.
that we had to start with, and I was stoked because like we have a fucking schedule. We got people signing up. We got people that have to leave.
Yes,
And
12
fucking
spots.
20. I was stoked.
Yeah. Do you remember when it was hard to find people to fill all the slots?
Yes. Yes, I remember having
And
to
now-
hold the fucking shit for 4 hours sometimes, right? Somebody would have to stream on the train for 4 hours.
We had
But they
2
didn't
hour
want
train
to.
slots. We had 2-hour train slots too.
2-hour
Remember?
train slots in
Yeah.
the beginning.
So it was hard to fill those in, but we was getting it filled, and we had 20s, and honestly, we just worked our way from there. You know, we got to the 30s, the 40s, went to a single.
Next thing you know, we're gonna have half-hour train slots soon.
Yeah, we talked about that.
20 minutes.
There's
Like-
no way. There's no way. That'd be way too much. I'm glad he did too, the Raging Noob. Link Logan was one of the he was here early. I mean early.
Oh,
Link
Link
Logan.
was it was a long time. Yeah.
He was here
I was active back then.
early. Yeah, he was here early. Yo, good night, Dingo. Be jealous.
Gotcha the 21st.
Oh shit, look, he just showed up. Link Logan. That's crazy.
Oh shit.
And Link,
Oh man.
He was here
Yo,
early.
Link, were your ears ringing?
He said it. My ears were ringing.
Oh, that was.
What up, Deadly? So yeah, he was here early. That was the beginning of when he had just showed up. I mean, that was the first few months, I feel like, right? Because
man,
when was it, Clutch? It was fucking, I don't know. I feel like it was the early.
yeah.
Around
Maybe it was like-
February. So that was only the second month that we were
That
open.
month.
Yeah, that was only the second month. We
How long did it take us to start to train?
immediately.
Because I remember when that idea was brought up, I was like,
Yeah, no. So
"Don't
we
count
started.
me."
It,
Like, I was like, "Cut me off of that."
yeah, no. Clutch was taking the
Clutch
schedule
would
through
be-
DMs and shit. Like it was
Yeah,
all
for
messed
real.
up.
The way how we doing now is way much better than how it was. But yeah, I remember the DM. Like, yo, just DM me for me a slot. You know, I got you. I'll put you in the schedule.
And then we were pinging
Live
people.
and learn. Live and learn.
Let's go, Sour. Yo, everybody. Link's first train slot was April 7th. Wow.
Damn.
Yeah, I actually want to give Chi some credit right now because
4 months.
we don't
in.
even say she's got enough stuff she does, but during the podcast, while we're bullshitting, she's fucking doing work in the background still.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
She's
oh,
looking
yeah.
up dates for us. She's looking up shit for us. She's always doing something.
Yeah, for sure. Nah, she's dope. She's She's not. She's irreplaceable. That's for sure.
She's, I mean, the one that elevated the Ray Train to me. Like I said, I used to accept it in DMs. She came up with so many rules now. It's like it's just so much more legit than I could have ever thought of it to be. You know?
Oh
like,
hell yes.
like she elevated the game to me, 100%.
It was a collective effort, like where we've gotten with ideas and all that shit. But like her tenacity to like perfect things and like how focused she is to like make things proper, it's absolutely fucking nuts, right? She's just
I
like
think they call that OCD.
she's very OCD when it comes to this shit.
I think that's what they call that. No, but it is nice, right? You have a lot of people with a lot of ideas. When you put them all together, you get some great stuff out of it.
Oh yeah.
It's legit.
We have a wild foundation that we've been building, and I think that we're almost at the point where, like, if we really got serious, right, in the sense where it's like, listen, everybody that's listening, really turn it up, right? Turn it up. Get on every single post that you see, right? You see people on the train, jump in there as often as you can. Give them some love, show some energy, right? Like, if you really turn it up, start pumping some energy into this place, like all of us together, it would be incredible, right? You have 50, 60 people all just screaming toward a common goal. That's nuts, right? There's 90 people on the train right now. If all 90 of us were liking and commenting and posting all the same shit, right? Like we post something on Streamers Paradise and all 90 of us every single time just fucking went off on it. Commented, liked, reposted. There's no chance that those things don't break through the algorithm. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, every week, right? You put a post out during VIP with 100, 90 to 100 people. Even if that one post, like, well, everybody's here collectively. If they could all like at the same time,
Yeah.
would break the algorithm. Like 100 likes that fast on something that normally doesn't get that many likes is going to
Break the algorithm.
like it's gonna it's gonna Instagram to Facebook, whatever, like any platform will notice that influx of views and likes and comments, and they will push it.
Oh yeah.
Anything that doesn't normally get that, it all of a sudden gets that.
Oh yeah. No, for sure. It's an interesting thing that happens. But yeah, that's
but
just,
you know,
yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say we're almost 40 minutes in, and you haven't
Talked about Dahmer yet? Yeah.
yet.
So all right, so let's
Next week.
let's cut it up. Ready? Dahmer the Dahmer wave happened recently with the Netflix series Monster. And we talked about Evan Peters last week and how he played this guy, and it was kind of really sickly, that show, right? You finished it, Clutch. What were your thoughts on it, how it went?
Let me tell you two things, okay? One, I didn't know Evan Peters was that guy from the other movies, like the curly hair guy and shit. Like I didn't know it was him. He looks so different, and I was so impressed by his acting skills. I like it. However, to me, like, you know, I think of Jeffrey Dahmer. He's an insane killer. He ate these people and all this shit and whatnot. I feel like the Netflix story gave it to more like a sentimental value, like that they made it feel bad, like the way he was raised, and it wasn't really his fault, and it was his dad's fault, and
You got that feeling?
shit. And I feel like they try to make it that way. To
Munchie
me,
don't
like, with
agree.
Netflix. You don't agree? I don't know. I mean, they showed the killings that obviously happened, but I feel like, you know, I don't know. I just
Hey, you're
looking
entitled
at-
to how it made you feel. You know what I mean? Like
Exactly.
it's different for everyone.
How about the other killers that are just more crazier? The ones that are like insane, like the the Gein guy, Ed Gein.
Ed Gein,
Like-
John Wayne Gacy, Ted Bundy,
The one that
much
shows
more
the hand,
brutal,
yeah.
right? Like
More brutal side of it. Like they try to show more like of a sentimental side. Like there was a reason he was like that, you know. And I don't feel like it was that. He was like, those killers made me so mad because it was like
Yeah, there's a reason he was like that. He's fucked up in the head.
he was living good. He had one guy that was trying to take care of him, that deaf guy, and it was like he killed him for no reason. It was like, I got me so mad. I don't know. That's
So-
my thoughts about it, I guess.
so So the actual documentary on him has come out today. I watched all of it because I wanted to be educated for this episode, and we're not even going to really get to talk about it that much, but it came out today, and they went over the actual crimes with him, right? Him and his lawyer. And there was actual conversations recorded and different documents that they talked about much more in detail, things that I didn't know. Things like he ate about 10 pounds of people, meat, right? Like flesh from people. He ate 10 pounds if he could estimate. Oh man, there was so much about him that was absolutely brutal. And he was talking, he wanted to die, and like that's why he went to Gen Pop. Like they all warned him, they knew that he was gonna die, and he went anyway, and he's ended up getting beat to death. But the actual documentary paints him very much in the sense that he did not have feelings toward these people, right? Like he didn't get enjoyment out of killing them, but that was what he needed to do in order to get the necrophilia aspect of what he desired, right? Like he was attracted to dead bodies, right? Like he was sexually aroused to dead bodies. And the only way that you can fulfill that is by killing someone, right? He wasn't the brutal type of murderer in the sense that he got off on the dominance of watching them be afraid, right? That's why he killed them the way that he did, which was, sleeping pills, and then strangling them. They had no idea it was even happening. They were defenseless, essentially, right? Like that's very cowardly in the sense of like murder, right? It's like that does not scream like psycho, right? But after the fact, you have really bizarre, grotesque things that are being done, right? And the documentary goes very, very, very into detail about what he did, how he did it, and the gradual increase of perverseness in his mental state, right? So I would suggest watching it if you haven't. The show talks about everything that he does, but hearing him talk about it with his lawyer is much different. I mean, think about it. Did you see it? Anybody see it yet?
No. I haven't watched the Netflix special either.
Red Queen, Sassy, thank you guys. Thank you for the bit. Anonymous, thank you for the bit. Sassy, thank you for the bit. Just catching the stream. My phone derails on that side.
Supposedly, they said it was true when he got baptized in jail the same day that John Gacy got executed.
Yeah, that's exactly true.
And a lunar eclipse, supposedly, or solar eclipse, or something.
Yeah, there was all kinds of weird shit going on.
Wait, what was that, Clutch?
That when Jeffrey Dahmer was in jail, the same day that John Gacy, another killer, was getting executed, he got in his state, he got the death penalty, so he got the injection. They've had the baptism and the death at the same time during a solar eclipse. Like two insane killers, but one getting baptized and one getting the death penalty, and it's like it's kind of crazy though, like
it's like, all right, we'll take one out, bring one in.
What is that movie about, Deadly? I have not seen it, but I will say that I am totally drawn to these serial killer stories, and I know that that's not necessarily a good thing for the victim's family, right? Like I can't imagine that this stuff being brought up again and being, essentially eternalized in film, and like you said, they're even kind of painting him as like sad and emotional, and like in some kind of weird way they're putting some pity into his story to feel bad for him. And it's like, what about all the people that died? And like I know it's a very I would be upset, like if somebody was making a movie about, and then like reenacted the death and the dismemberment of my fucking family on TV, you know, like that would be very, very disturbing. So it's hard to even like. Apparently, Dahmer's series had 300 million hours of streaming. Like already, 300 million hours.
It was like everywhere, dude.
I believe it.
Everywhere people talking.
And like I said, at your point, like I that's what I felt like about it. I was more upset. Like, you know, it wasn't I don't know. He went too extra with it to me in a way, you know. And he just got away with so much stuff.
So they talk about how in the documentary they talk about how when the 14-year-old kid was out wandering in the street naked, right? He was a convicted sex offender on probation when he was talking to the cops in that night. That if he wasn't as charming and as like able to handle that situation, if they would have just ran his name, it would have been it for him, right? So there was 2 other things that happened. The first 2 people that he killed, he had somebody like essentially in a situation that he could have been caught. So the first person he killed when he was 18 was that hitchhiker, Stephen Hicks or something like that, I think his name was. Or Toomey, Stephen Toomey. I don't know if that was the second guy. I think that was the second guy, I'm sorry. So Stephen Hicks was the first guy. He was a hitchhiker. He picked him up. He killed him with the barbell, right in the house. And what ended up happening was he left that body in this fucking pipe for like a couple years when he went to the military. And when he came back, that body had fucking, you know, been eaten away and it was just a skeleton. So then he crushed up the bones and threw them around. 9 years later, he gets into this hotel room with Stephen Toomey, wakes up, and he had beaten the guy to death, right? So the first murder, when he takes the bag of bones to go throw them into the water, which is, I skipped ahead. So before he went to the military, he tried to get rid of the body. He chopped up the body, put it in a bag, and was driving to go throw it away. He got pulled over by the cops, and the cops saw the bag in the back seat, and he just said, my parents are splitting up, I can't sleep, I'm throwing away garbage. He smelled of alcohol, he passed his sobriety test. The cop says, I'm not gonna mess with you, you know, and ruin your life. Go home right now. So he goes home. The body's in the back seat. He does not fucking get searched, but the body is right there, right? He gets away with it. He puts it in the pipe, goes to the military, and 3 years later, he comes back. 9 years after that, he kills somebody in the Ambassador Hotel. He gets the room for one night. He wakes up, the guy's dead. He has to get the room for a second night, right? They don't talk about this in the show, right? He has to get the hotel room for a second night. And then he goes and buys a big trunk, not a suitcase, a trunk. Puts him in the fucking trunk, cleans up as much of the blood and shit that he can, rolls him down, and then puts him into a cab, right? And the cab driver helped him with the trunk and put it into the trunk and said, what the hell's in that, a fucking dead body? Literally said that to Dahmer. But, like, think about the circumstances in which he was able to remain cool with a fucking dead body in his presence. Right? So these are the first 2 murders that he is essentially confronted by a person in the midst of the crime. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
I think that's why he kept putting it through in a way, because it's like, there was a lot of chances he should have been caught. Like, he should have been wrapped away, gone. Even with the first case with the fucking first guy, they actually went to jail for a year. Like,
yeah, right. He went to work release. So in the show, did they describe how he kept the head in his locker during his his incarceration for work release?
When he went to work, right? When he went to work, he had that, like, he always had the head.
But did they specify that it was in there because he was at work release? So during that year that he was on work release, he didn't leave the head of that guy in his grandmother's house because it could have been found. So because he was on work release, he put it in his locker at work, where he could be around it during the day or during the night whenever he was at work, and then the rest of the time he was in jail. So he put it in his work locker because of
I
that.
don't remember.
Did they specify that?
I don't remember going to like that exact detail.
So
I don't
that
know.
is the truth, though. That's what happened. That's what he talks about in the actual documentary. He talks
I
about
remember
how
a scene where he had it in the closet, and the dad tried to get it. He tried to break it in. Remember?
mannequin.
And then he tried to break. No, not the mannequin. He tried to break into the. He had it in his father's chest, his old chest,
And his father tried to get in and he couldn't.
and he couldn't get in it, so he went downstairs to be able to get something to get out with it. And Jeffrey Dahmer ended up taking out the head at that moment, and at the same time, but he always had it in that chest. I don't remember.
Right, but
having anywhere
he put it in a small container, like a small smell-proof
else.
container,
Plastic bag?
like that. No, that he put in his work locker, like a little
I remember
fucking lunchbox looking thing. Cocorito, thank you for the 200 biddies, brother.
I don't recall. When he worked at that butcher shop, I think, right?
He was working at the chocolate factory during that time, right? He was
Oh.
working at the chocolate factory, and that is what he was doing. He was on work release, and he would go to the fucking job and have
Work
that
release
head
for what?
because he was for enticing a minor with money
Okay.
to have sex. He was a registered sex offender and a felon. So that's the thing, right? He was not only was he a felon. Oh, and apparently the psychological fucking evaluation that he had from the probation officer has to do an evaluation on you, right? I've been in trouble before. I know this process. When you get arrested, right, and you fucking are convicted of a crime, right? Depending on the crime will depend on what you are your charges, right? If you get a felony in New York, that's punishable up to 3 years in prison. You can't get any more than 3 years, right? You can get as little as probation, right? So you have to go see somebody that will evaluate you and tell the judge what they think you should get based on the conversation. So based on the conversation that Jeffrey Dahmer had with his psychological evaluation, that guy recommended 6 years in prison, right? The judge ignored it, gave him work release for a year, right? The guy who did his psychological evaluation said that he will absolutely reoffend and we will see him again. They didn't realize it was going to be to the level in which it was this. But by the time he got arrested for that boy's rape, he had already killed 4 people. He had already killed 4 people by the time he was arrested for the young boy's enticing of a minor and shit. Which is just, it's astronomically high chances that somebody could be that dangerous in the midst of not only probation, but the police knowledge and still get away with it for that long. It is bizarre.
Messed up.
Insane.
That's crazy. It just shows like kind of just how messed up he was. Like most people, when they do something wrong, they knew they did something wrong, and it's hard for them to act like somewhat normal.
He knew he was doing
Bro, how
something
many-
wrong, and he would say that to himself, though. Like,
You know,
he knew.
how many people are going to get pulled over with a dead body in their trunk and play it off? Like, remain calm enough to play that shit off.
Yeah, I know.
You got to have some shit messed up in that. Like, you can't be wired right for like to do that.
No, you're not
To show
wired
like
right.
to have no kind of like no emotion. Like, dude, I would be like sweating bullets, heart pumping out. Like you wouldn't need to ask me if something's wrong. You would literally see my heart beating.
Out of your chest. Like,
Yeah,
Oh, watch the show, bro.
I'm gonna have to. This is crazy.
Kind of understand it. I like the acting of it all. To be honest, that's one thing I give the show. Like I said, Evan Peters was a great actor. I think he played the role perfectly to make it seem like that weird, nice guy in a way, but it was the same killer deep down inside, And everybody else, even from the fucking like neighbor, like like the shit the neighbor went through this whole fucking time, and she's been calling this shit out, and she never got paid attention to, and yeah, it was a good show. It was a good show. It's crazy. It makes it seem like a crazy ass story. Crazy ass.
Not to get, it's not super off topic, but like when I was in college, we had to write. So somebody had to do a report on Dahmer, So that's where I got most of my Dahmer knowledge from.
Yeah.
I had to do a report on Timothy McVeigh. We had to do it. It was not criminal science. It was a forensic science class in college.
Yep.
But have you guys heard? You guys know who Richard Kuklinski is?
Yeah, that's a Unabomber.
What's that? No.
Oh, the
That's
Iceman?
Yeah. Iceman, yeah.
Yeah.
That's another crazy dude who just keeps bodies in his freezer.
Yeah,
in
but
the
no,
garage,
that
dude.
wasn't.
He wasn't a serial killer. He's a hitman.
No, there's a whole fucking thing about that guy that they talk about how he was kind of like bullshit a lot. Like they actually found a lot of holes in that guy's story now that some of these old
yeah?
mobsters are out of jail. Apparently, he's only got convicted of one murder. The guy only got convicted of one murder. He didn't get convicted of like
I think
six.
he gets to like five bodies in like 4 years.
Is that what he got convicted of? I don't think it was that
No,
much.
I'm not sure, but I think there was. I was reading something or. Because I mean, I'm always interested. I'm not super interested in this stuff, but I am when they're like from New Jersey. Like he's from New Jersey. Nice man, Richard. He's North Bergen County.
Let me see.
But I don't remember. This was we're going back like 9 years ago. Like that. Doing all this nonsense.
So I think 1, 2, 3, 4. I wonder how many. This is. Yeah, so
Next episode.
lately, fucking, I've been watching a lot of shit with Sammy the Bull. He's got a lot of crazy stories, man.
Who?
Sammy the Bull.
Oh,
And he
okay.
talks
Yeah.
about how this fucking guy Kuklinski was saying he committed murders with him and he didn't. So it's like he was a
Okay.
fucking liar in a lot of ways. Who knows? I don't know.
I don't want to change the topic. I was just remember like 'cause
No,
I
I
remember
know. Yeah.
Dahmer and this guy and I did a report on McVeigh, who's another psycho.
Yeah, McVeigh was the guy who did the Oklahoma City bombing.
Yeah, the first World Trade Center bombing or whatever you call it. He tried to blow it up with fucking cow shit.
He did blow it up with cow shit.
Oh yeah, I mean, no, it didn't achieve what he set out to do.
Mine said June 11th. She knew the date.
But
June
that shit was
11th?
crazy.
My brother's birthday. It
Ah.
happened on his birthday.
The Oklahoma City bombing?
Yeah.
Yeah. That shit was crazy.
Yes.
All right, we got to wrap it up for today. Tomorrow is fucking the day. Super
Yeah.
pumped.
I have to wait for the vlog. I'm a jabroni.
No, it'd be TikTok live, bro. Just tune in to TikTok at least.
Just tune in. I'll tune in. I'll drive when I'm driving. I'll tune in.
Yeah, we're gonna do the ad here at the server at least in the SP social when it happens. Most
Yeah,
likely
what
around
is-
4 o'clock, we all meet up.
What what's it called? What GoPro Splice has? Some of them can stream live
Yeah, some of them.
right from the GoPro. I don't know which ones he has, but some of the newer ones can stream live, which is pretty crazy.
Regardless, we're gonna have more footage tomorrow. Have to get clips and things that we can post for a while. Yeah.
For a while. Oh, you should be able to get everybody who gets scared, man. Those would be some good clips.
Exactly.
Not like me.
Yeah. Yo, I can't wait to see you tomorrow, guys. Cocorito, thank you for the biddies, man. It's
That may be the reason I'm not coming. I'm too scared.
it's gonna be good. I'm pumped. I'm ready. It'll be nice to see you.
Have fun, Munch.
All right, guys, have a good one. Bye.